Hello everyone, Randy here again, and we are playing American Truck Simulator again. Should be playing multiplayer here as well this time. Hopefully, we'll find out when we get out on the road, I guess. Anyway, job screen here. Probably not the best money-making job here. Actually, if we go back, you can see. I think I've done this trip like how many times now, so it's like I want to do something different. Let's see, where was that job? So I picked this one here, taking us out to Elko. And hopefully maybe we can find a job from here that'll go up to Jackpot or Ellie? Not sure how you say that. Hopefully we'll try to discover a couple of these cities we haven't got to yet. We got Oakdale, Carlsbad, and El Centro. Anyway, we'll take that job. Like I said, not the greatest of paying jobs, but it gets us somewhere else for a change. Seems like I've been doing like the same jobs repeated, or the same routes, I should say, repeatedly. So I guess technically I really don't have to look for traffic, I don't believe, on the multiplayer here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I did wrong last episode with the multiplayer, folks. I honestly couldn't tell you. I actually had the same problem here again today. I opened up the multiplayer game for American Truck Simulator. It's like, you know what, I'm going to check this before I actually start recording here. And yeah, sure enough, I was playing a single player game. Even though I opened the multiplayer game, I was playing... Oh, we need to turn... Here, I guess. Even though I was open the multiplayer, apparently I don't know what was wrong. Anyway. We'll take the job, which has... Is that 71 million hours remaining? Okay. That's a lot of hours remaining. Oh, we get the little short, cute trailer. It's a terrible backup job, but I guess it'll do. Now, that's a cool paint job on that truck. I will have to say that much. That's pretty cool. Okay, looks like I didn't quite catch, was it? Looked like a Kenworth W900 there. I think you can actually drive through them in the yard here, but I'll wait. Okay, let's see how we do this episode, see how many crashes we can avoid. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure what's going on with opening the multiplayer game and not actually playing a multiplayer game. I'm not sure what's up with that, but like I said, it did it again to me today. I went and opened the American Truck Simulator multiplayer. It's like, you know what, I'm going to check this. And yeah, sure enough. It's like there's traffic on the road. Like, yeah, this definitely isn't multiplayer. So, closed it, opened it again. Boom, multiplayer. Which, by the way, after I recorded last episode, there I went back, closed the game, opened it back up, and boom, multiplayer. So, since when do I have to open it twice? I'm not sure, but... Oh, looks like we got another truck following right behind us. Now, like I say, you definitely see a lot of the Kenworth W900s in the game. Uh-oh, deer crossing. That would be actually kind of cool if a deer actually did cross the road. See what kind of a hamburger we can make out of it. Yeah, somehow I don't think a deer in front of this truck would do too well. And yes, I'm being kind of quiet here. The curves on the road, trying to concentrate on what we're doing here. We'll try to stay off the guardrails here this episode, and stay on the road. And yes, I was going to do a farming simulator multiplayer episode for today. Due to some uploading on the server, the multiplayer server is currently shut off, and we're uploading a new edition of the map. So, reason I'm playing American Truck Simulator. Otherwise, I was actually planning on doing another, or a farming sim multiplayer there on the logging map. And like I said, logging map there, we are playing on a map Johnny has made. The swamp logging map. Not to be confused, by the way, folks, with the FDR swamp logging map. They are two different maps, at least to my knowledge they are. Both the same concepts, mind you, but different map. Now you got the swamp logging map that is made by FDR, and you got the swamp logging map that is made by Johnny. And for those of you who do not know who Johnny is, an individual that plays on the multiplayer server with us, actually made the map, and then he actually kind of customized it a little bit for the multiplayer. So, and by customize, I mean supposedly made it better so it wouldn't lag the server as much, cut down on the view or the render distance a little bit, I guess. A few other minor improvements, and actually that has to do with what we're uploading right now. Like I said, uploading another edition of the map. Hopefully we maybe found a solution to some of the lag. We're gonna find out. But yes, Johnny made a couple more changes to the map, which I'll go over those probably when we ever we do the multiplayer farming sim, which should be tomorrow actually. Red signal. Well, I gotta look at this. I guess I'm a little far, maybe? That's ridiculous. I am definitely not that far out into the intersection, and there are no Or is there? Oh, there is a white line there. Okay, I did not see that white line. Okay, I guess I'm a little beyond the white line. The white line there is right where the concrete ends, and you cannot actually see it, really. Oh, already only 5 hours out from the job. Not going to take us too long here to get to our destination, I don't believe. At least if, oh, 65. I was going to say, as long as we can keep up our 55 and now 65 mile per hour limit, we'll be good. Hey folks, watch, about the time I get the truck up to 65 here, so there'll be a 30 mile per hour speed limit zone here. Maybe not. Going through the city without a 35 mile per hour limit, or 30 mile per hour limit, or whatever it's going to be. Okay, cruising down the highway here, we'll see if we can read a few comments. And due to the somewhat disastrous results of the last episode, I decided to change my layout on my desk here a little bit. I shoved the keyboard off to the side, so hopefully I don't have to access the keyboard because it's a little bit of a pain to get to now. But I decided to plop my iPad straight in front of me. That should, of course, help, right? We'll find out, I guess. Nickel Wood said, good job on wrecking them. Yeah, well, we're just testing out the guardrails there last episode. You know, gotta make sure they work. Speaking of wrecking them, let's see, is it F7? We're only 3% damage. We don't have that much damage. Surprisingly. Kyle saying, you launched the game, alright? A single-player edition of the game. No, quite wrong there, my friend. I launched the multiplayer edition of the game. Why I'd only played single player, though, I do not know. But I did indeed launch the multiplayer. And like I said, same thing happened today as well. And this time I double checked it, folks. It's like, okay, I am clicking on the multiplayer, because I got them both sitting right next to each other on my desktop. You know, it's American Truck, and then the icon next to it is the American Truck multiplayer. So it's like today I double checked and made sure I am clicking on the American Truck multiplayer. And yeah, sure enough, it opened up. It's like, okay, double check here. Just do a, drive, and traffic's going by on the road. It's like, yeah, this is definitely not a multiplayer game. So closed it back out, reopened it, and as you can see, yes, we are definitely playing multiplayer this time. Ooh, we can go 80 miles an hour. Well, I kind of have the speed limiter set to 60, so, which is, yeah, we'll probably leave it at 65. That seems like a safe thing to do. Izzy was saying concrete guardrails are better than the water ditches on the Michigan map. She said inside joke there. Yes, for those who played on the multiplayer map, there, the Michigan map on the server. You'll know the joke there. She was also saying maybe the speed changes are due to the intersections. That could be. At least typically where I live, speed limit changes don't have much to do with the intersections. The speed limit changes are, affected by town. So say a road goes through a town, yes, it will drop it down to 35. But typically where I live, intersections, the speed limit doesn't change. Like I said, maybe the Californians are kind of weird that way out there, I don't know. And also, usually, at least where I live, you are given plenty of ample warning that the speed limit is changing. And by that, I mean, probably a half a mile before it actually changes, you'll start seeing signs, reduced speed limit, reduced to 35 speed limit, strictly enforced, blah, 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 blah. There'll usually at least be 3 or 4 signs saying the speed limit is changing to something before it actually changes. At least where I live, anyway. And also, if you're on a highway like this, the speed limit is 70. Always 70. Always 70. You don't get out in the middle of nowhere and suddenly the speed limit on the highway changes to 35. That does not happen. At least not where I live. Now, mind you, depending on the type of road, just a 2-lane divided road, or I should say actually a 4-lane divided road, yeah, the speed limit on that might be 45, 35, 55, and it might change erratically, but not on a highway. Which reminds me, someone was asking a while back, what's the difference? Highway, interstate? Highway is typically within a state. So let's say within California, there are highways. An interstate goes between multiple states, hence interstate. So let's say there's an interstate between California and Nevada. That would be a interstate. Like I said, typically. 6 minutes out from our job. It must be right off the highway then, because we're still on the highway here yet. Might actually have time for at least to pick up a second job anyway this episode. Oh, perfect. Green light, just as we pull up to it. Guess this is where we're pulling into from the looks of it. Yeah, for some reason this doesn't look right, but okay. I guess we gotta go to the other side here. Oh, I see a blinking spot there. I'm guessing that's for our trailer. What kind of spot do we have here? Let's consider a 3-star one. Oh, come on now. That doesn't look like that hard to get into. Famous last words there. So I'll just borrow a little bit of this grass here because I wasn't expecting to quite to turn there. Okay, any day now. There we go. I was going to say, that looks like we're in the line there pretty good to me. Excellent. Another excellent job. Bonus for parking the trailer. Oh, we're going to get another level 2. Cool. In which case, I'll bump up the fragile cargo. And probably, by the way, folks, the next ones I'll probably do, I'll do the other 2 hazardous cargo ones here. And then we'll probably start just kind of evenly working on the rest of them. Like I said, that long distance, there's probably not much sense, at least at this point, in going much over, I'm guessing probably rank 4. Maybe even rank 3, I'm not sure. Probably, yeah, actually probably rank 3. At least until they expand the map anyway. Okay. Let's see what we got for jobs in this town here. Not a single job, really? Okay. Do we have a place to sleep then, so we can maybe refresh the list and actually get a job? So we are there. So if we head over maybe to here. Is it not going to give me a GPS or something? What am I doing wrong? Why there's no GPS? Oh, there it is. Okay. So yes, let's go head over there, take a nap. See if we get any jobs. And we can also repair the couple of percentage points of damage on our truck. Okay, I'll read a couple of comments here again. Matthew was asking, how do you get the end piece on the FDR processor to pivot? That is the middle mouse button, for those you're wondering. And that's actually true of a lot of the FDR equipment. The FDR equipment uses all 3 mouse buttons. So, left mouse button, middle mouse button, and the right mouse button. In this case, a lot of the pivoting on the arm or the grapple or the processor head, whatever machine you are using, uses the middle click. So yes, middle mouse button, and then, you know, whatever direction. I don't remember off the top of my head what direction you gotta move the mouse again, but... And there is also the keyboard control for it as well. I don't remember off the top of my head which one it is. It's either Shift or Control, and it's either J and N or K and M. Like I said, I don't remember off the top of my head which set it is again. Come on, red light. Any day would be good. Now would be good. How about now? No, not now. Hey, there we go. Green light, finally. Oh, come on now. Not another red light. Somebody with no name commented, you should buy a rake. It'll make it easier to pick up grass there in Farming Simulator 16. I could do that. The only thing is, you know, I've got the hired worker picking it up, so I don't know if there'd be any benefit. I'll have to maybe try that. But like I said, that's the reason I don't have a rake. I don't see the benefit with the hired worker doing it. So the hired worker, I don't think the hired worker will follow the windrow, I don't believe. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think it does. The hired worker will just go up and down the field based on the width of the width of the implement. I wonder what happens when you sleep in this game. It's still daylight out. Okay. Now, can I actually sneak in here, or is this... Guess I can. Okay. Let's do some service here. Actually, not too bad. Okay, we'll get out of the inside of that truck, and speaking of that truck, another very nice looking paint job there, I'll have to say. What is it? A good navy is not a provocation to war. It is the surest guarantee to peace. Teddy Roosevelt. Yes, okay. Oh, someone just changed their paint color. Oh, there's another truck there. Okay, I see. That was kind of funny there. Thought someone had changed their paint color. I guess not. Okay. Actually, you know what? We don't really have anywhere to go, so let's find a job. I wonder if that refreshed the job market. Oh, yeah, it did. Look at that. Okay. Those are some ridiculously cheap jobs. And why do all the jobs go to California? Okay, there was one here that didn't. Where was it again? There it is. Okay, again, not the greatest of jobs, but we'll might actually get to go past there. We'll take it. And actually, I will complete that job off screen, seeing as how I just happened to look over at the time and realized, oh, wow, 29 minutes. So, anyway, folks, have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.